All right, wise fans. Ever wonder what MrBeast was up to before he was making it rain on YouTube? Well, buckle up. We're diving into the untold, hilariously unconventional, and oh so wealth-wise 84 take on MrBeast's life. Once upon a time in Kansas, in a town you've probably never heard of, young Jimmy Donaldson, yes, that's MrBeast's real name, spoiler alert, was on a quest, not for gold, not for fame, but for the perfect sandwich. Oh, and maybe a little bit of YouTube stardom on the side. Little Jimmy always had an eye for the camera. I mean, not literally. That would be a weird medical condition. But he knew his way around a video. In fact, his first videos were just him, estimating stuff. Yep, if MrBeast can make estimating watch time a thing, then truly there's hope for us all. As the years rolled on, our estimable young hero encountered more than just numbers. He wrestled with algorithm changes, the horror. The beasts of the digital age kept him on his toes. And of course there were the trolls under the bridge or in the comments. Now MrBeast didn't just stumble into his YouTube journey. Nope. He meticulously studied what worked. He was basically the Sherlock Holmes of YouTube, minus the hat and the British accent, and Watson. Okay, maybe not like Sherlock at all, but you get the idea. If you're loving this roller coaster of a story, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on more Wealthwise 84 tales, do you? Anyhow, as MrBeast navigated the wild west of the web, he did face his share of challenges. For one, his love for giant teddy bears and extravagant challenges wasn't initially shared by all, but persistence and perhaps a slight obsession with mammoth plush toys paved the way. Cue the founding of the MrBeast YouTube channel. Oh, it wasn't a smooth sail. There were choppy waters, stormy nights, and maybe even a kraken or two. But through all the mythical sea beasts and challenges, MrBeast rose like a phoenix, but with fewer feathers and more viral videos. From giving away islands, because who needs one anyway, to planting trees and creating bizarre challenges, MrBeast mastered the YouTube game like no one else. All right, let's dive a little deeper, Wealthwise 84 fam. If you thought we were done with our journey into the world of MrBeast, well, think again. Time to sprinkle some numbers and dig deeper. Let's talk figures. Would you believe if I told you that MrBeast boasts a whopping 204 million subscribers on YouTube? That's more than the entire population of some countries. And those digits keep on climbing like they're on a never-ending escalator. And speaking of big numbers, did you know MrBeast has donated millions to charity? We're talking about the kind of money that can buy a lot of sandwiches. Yeah, he's come a long way from his sandwich hunting days. Let's rewind a bit. Back in the day, young Jimmy wasn't exactly the YouTube juggernaut we know now. Nope. He started off just like many of us. In his early teenage years, he created a channel dedicated to gaming. And believe it or not, it wasn't an instant hit, but that's where his magic lies. Even when faced with challenges, he kept on grinding, evolving, and taking risks. Each video was a learning experience, leading him to his current glory. Now, what kind of storytellers would we be if we didn't share some words of wisdom from the man himself? MrBeast once said, "I want to have a positive impact on the world." Simple, yet profound. And boy, has he lived up to that. Of course, every legend has its muses and critics. Chandler, one of MrBeast's closest buddies, mentioned once in an interview, "With Jimmy, every day is like a wild roller coaster. You never know what's coming, but you always know it's going to be epic." To understand MrBeast is to recognize his unwavering spirit, a blend of generosity, creativity, and a pinch of madness. From his humble beginnings to his meteoric rise, he's not just a YouTuber, he's a phenomenon. All right, wise fam, let's dive even deeper, shall we? You've gotten a taste of the MrBeast lore, but let's uncover some of those juicy, specific moments that molded the legend. First off, challenges. And no, not just the kind where you eat a giant pizza in one sitting. We're talking about the real-life hiccups that MrBeast faced. For instance, during his initial YouTube days, his channel was, believe it or not, hacked. Imagine pouring your heart and soul into content only to lose access to it all. But instead of moping, our man took this as a sign to reinvent, rethink, and re-engage. And boy, did that resilience pay off. Another curveball thrown at him was the ever-changing YouTube algorithm. Many content creators have fallen victim to it, their content buried in the depths of the platform. But MrBeast, he adapted, studied, and cracked the code. Remember his Worst Intros series? That was a response to understand viewer engagement and algorithm patterns. Smart, right? Now let's dish out some iconic moments from MrBeast's video vault. There was that time when he counted to 100,000 in one video. I mean, who does that? Apparently, MrBeast does. Or how about the time he bought a car using only pennies? I bet that cashier had a field day. His charitable heart, as expansive as the universe, has led to some mind-blowing philanthropic acts. One of his most impactful campaigns was the #TeamTrees initiative, where he rallied the internet to raise funds to plant 20 million trees. And guess what? They did it. Now that's a green thumb on a grand scale. Let's not forget the time he opened a free bank, gave away thousands, and made it rain for those in need. Or when he turned his friend's yard into a literal desert. Why? Because MrBeast. Each video, each challenge, and each donation paints the portrait of a man who's not just about views and virality, but about vision and vitality. MrBeast isn't just a content creator. He's a movement, a force of nature. All right, wise fans, time to take a more intimate stroll down the MrBeast memory lane. You've heard about his YouTube escapades, but let's pull back the curtain a bit more on the man behind the magnificence. Growing up in North Carolina, young Jimmy wasn't just your typical kid playing in the backyard. He showed early signs of his philanthropic nature. Legend has it, he'd often share his lunch snacks with anyone who forgot theirs. A snack saint in the making. Now, every superhero has their origin story, and MrBeast is no different. Picture this, a young boy, deeply inspired by YouTube, recording videos on a not-so-great camera in a not-so-spacious bedroom. Challenges. Oh, he had his fair share. From managing schoolwork to grappling with the complexities of editing, young Jimmy was on a steep learning curve. Speaking of challenges, did you know that in his early YouTube days, some of his videos barely got views? Imagine pouring days into a project and it getting crickets. But MrBeast, in his own words, said, "Every time I make a video, I strive to make it as good as possible. Every failure is a stepping stone." And boy, did those stepping stones lead to a castle of success. He often credits his family, especially his mom, for being his rock. She didn't just nurture his dreams, but was often his impromptu camera woman. Talk about a family affair. But not every video was a hit out of the park. Remember his worst Minecraft saw trap video? No, well, neither do many. But as MrBeast himself once exclaimed, "You don't grow without failing. You don't learn without messing up." And those mess-ups, they carved the path to masterpieces. In one of his candid moments, he said, "I want my videos to be seen by as many people as possible. Not for the fame, but because I genuinely enjoy making people happy." It's this heart of gold, more than the jaw-dropping stunts, that makes MrBeast a phenomenon. Whether it's his love for burgers, his tight-knit bond with his crew, or his undeniable passion for making a difference, Jimmy Donaldson, aka MrBeast, has woven his personal touch into the vast tapestry of YouTube. So here's to the boy from North Carolina who dreamt big, failed, rose, and soared. MrBeast isn't just a YouTube legend, he's a testament to the power of perseverance, passion, and a pinch of madness. So, when you click on a MrBeast video, remember you're not just watching a challenge or a stunt. You're witnessing a chapter in the epic tale of a man who turned trials into triumphs and dreams into realities. We've laughed, we've gasped, and we've journeyed through the MrBeast universe today. Stay inspired, stay quirky, and always stay wealthwise. This is Wealthwise 84, reminding you that behind every legend is a story worth telling. Until next time, keep soaring.